Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jagopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Jasodanandana Braja Jana Ranjana. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Yamuna Tira Vanachari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama 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 Hare Hare. Radha Krishna Chandra Radhe, Jaya Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Nitai Gauranga, Jaya Nitai Gauranga. Jaya Jaya Prabhupada, 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 Prabhupada.
Hey, 42, 44 to 46.
Nitai Gora Haribo, 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 Haribo.
Guru Bhaktivinoda, Shri Radhekrishnaworld, srilaprabhupada ki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naranjaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Nado Jayamudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Badhishu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavadgita shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naistiki. Reading from Srimad Bhagavatam, 3rd Canto, chapter number 14, text number 44 to 46. Text number 44 and 45 I read myself. Kashyapa vacha krita shokanutapena sadyaha pratyava marshana bhagavati urumanascha Bhave mayapi chadara putrasyaiva cha putranam bhavithaivaha sathamataha gashyanti yadyashah shuddham bhagavad yashasa samam. Shri Radhekrishna Guru Ki, srilaprabhupada ki. Translation. The learned Kashyapa said, because of your lamentation, penitence, and proper deliberation, and also because of your unflinching faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and your adoration for Lord Shiva and me, one of the sons, Prahlad, of your son Hiranyakashipu will be an approved devotee of the Lord, and his fame will be broadcast equally with that of the personality of Godhead. Text number 46. Yogai Hemeva Dhuru Dhurvarnam Yogarhemeva Dhurvarnam Yogarhemeva Dhurvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Nirvairadhibhi Atmanam Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Yachilam Yat Shilam Anuvartitum Yachilam Anuvartitum Yachilam Anuvartitum Yogairhema Yogairhemeva Durvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Yachelam Anuvartitum Yogairemeva Durvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Yachelam Anuvartitum Yogirhemeva Durvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Yachelam Anuvartitum Niremeva Durvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Yachilam Anuvartitum Niremeva Durvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Nirvairadhibhiratmanam Yachilam Anuvartitum Yogaremeva Durvarnam Bhavayishyanti Sadhavaha Dhanam Yachilam Anuvartitum. Word meaning Yogaihi by the rectifying process. Hema gold, Iva light, Durvarnam inferior quality, Bhavayishyanti will purify, Sadhavaha saintly persons, Nirvairadhibhihi by practice of freedom from animosity, etc. Atmanam the self, whose helam character, anuvartitum to follow in the footsteps. Translation and purport by His Divine Grace Bhakti Vedanta Swami Srilaprabhupada ki. Translation: in order to follow in his footsteps, saintly persons will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from animosity. Just as the purifying process rectifies gold of inferior quality. Translation to the repeated. In order to follow in his footsteps, saintly persons will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from animosity, just as the purifying process rectify gold of inferior quality. Purport. Yoga practice, the process of purifying, was existential identity, is based mainly on self-control. Without self-control, one cannot practice freedom from animosity. In the conditioned state, every living being is envious of another living being. But in the liberated state, there is an absence of animosity. Prahlad Maharaj was tortured by his father in so many ways, yet after the death of his father, he prayed for his father's liberation by the Supreme Personality of God. He did not ask any benediction that he might have asked, but he prayed that his atheistic father might be liberated. He never cursed any of the persons who engaged in torturing him at the instigation of his father. This sense of Bhakti Vedanta Par. Om Ajnanadirandasya Jnananjnashalakayo Chakshunmilitam Jena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Namavo Vishnupadaya Krishna Preshtaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swami Niti Namini. Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharini Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Mahashakti Deshadarini. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Yadvaita Gadadara Shiva Swadi Ghaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare. This is the birth pregnancy of the tea in the evening, the continuation from last. So, in the last, so Diti is so this is a conversation between Kashyap and Diti. Diti is telling Diti said, because Kashyapa told her that, okay, you are from your womb, there are two demoniac children going to come out, and those children are trouble to the who deserve the protection, like women, children, and sadhus very particularly, and brahmanas. And because they torture so the innocent people. Lord personally incarnate and kill them. So reply to this, Diti was telling, it is very good that my sons will be magnanimously killed by the arms of personality of Godhead with this Sudarshana weapon. O my husband, may they never be killed by the wrath of Brahmanas. So, a person who is condemned by a Brahmana or is always fearful of others, other living entity, is not favored either by those who are already in hell or by those in the species in which he is born. So the don't want her children killed by the curse of the Brahmanas. So, and they should be killed by the Lord himself, so that who is killed by the Sudarshana weapon of the Lord, such person will get a good destination after his death. So next Kashyapa speak here today's verses. So again is foretelling Kashyapa, the learned Kashyapa said, because your lamentation, penitence and other deliberation, and also because of your unflinching faith in the Supreme Personality Godhead, and your adoration for Lord Shiva and me, one of the son, Prahlad, of your son, Hiranyakashipu, will be an approved devotee of the Lord, and his fame will be broadcast equally with that of the personality of Godhead. So, Kashyapa say, the Didi did a mistake in the beginning because she was willing to have a children. She approached her husband for the progeny. She forced her husband have sex to beget a child. That is actually the inauspicious time. Even by the advice of Kashyapa, her husband, so this is not the auspicious time. Still, she forced him to have sex. And many auspicious things Kashyapa was telling to her. This is the evening time. He was undergoing the evening rituals. And the evening, the ghosts were wandering. When ghosts are wandering, that is not auspicious time. Ghosts move in an inauspicious time. So he is able to see the Lord of the ghost, Lord Shiva. Lord Shiva is accompanied by ghost generally. That's the meaning. So Lord of the ghost, Bhutanatha. So these are the inauspicious signs you are seeing. That's the reason she advising her, but she was not like. So he forced him. So this was a mistake. Later once she engaged in the indulged in the sex. Later on she came into senses, so I did a mistake. And Kashyap also condemned her for her mistake. So she was lamenting. And she was lamenting for disobey the order, the instruction of the Kashyapa, her husband, also disrespect to the devatas, because disrespect to devatas means when Shiva was passed, moving, so one should give respect to the devatas. Okay, she was not given respect in the beginning. Because Kashyapa said there is a four mistake Diti did. Her conscience was polluted, and she not consider the time, and she was not respected to the devatas, and she not listened to the instruction of her husband. So these are four mistakes she did. So later on, for all these mistakes, she was lamenting. So that's the reason Kashyapa is telling here. Because of your lamentation, penitence, and proper deliverance, and also because of your unflinching faith in the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So when Kashyapa said, Lord will incarnate, she was a firm faith that on the Lord. If my son should be killed by Supreme Lord. So she was a very faith that, okay, such a person have the greater destination after the death. So she was very much faithful to the Lord. And your adoration for the Lord Shiva. And later on she was offering prayer to the Lord Shiva even. So don't be angry on my children. She is offering prayer to the Lord Shiva. And also she was very feared of Kashyapa, because she did a mistake, she disobeyed him. So she is feared of Lord, her husband Kashyapa. So she was very respectable to Kashyapa. All these good qualities, Kashyapa say, your son's son. So your sons are very condemned, mean they are very demonic, and their son's son, referring to the Prahlad Maharaj, a great authorized devotee will be, and he will spread the fame as equal as his fame will be as equal as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That's what Kashyapa is telling. So he is telling because of her good quality and her son's son, Hiranyakashipu's son, Prahlad, his fame, his yash is as good as the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Further, Kashyapa say, and such a great devotee he will be, in order to follow in his footsteps. Because here Kashyapa say, Prahlad Maharaj, such an example is to be followed. Saintly persons will try to emulate his character by practicing freedom from animosity. Just as the purifying process rectify these, given the analogy, here Kashyapa is telling to follow the great devotee Prahlad, all the saintly person will practice. So Prabhupada writes here, yoga practice. Yoga practice means controlling the self-control, controlling senses. So the saintly person will perform self-control to follow the footsteps of Prahlad Maharaj. Such a great quality he was having. So now someone is controlled the self-control. Someone is practicing self-control. It is purifies self. Now attain the character of Prahlad Maharaj. Those other people will undergo self-control. All the process of self-control will attain the quality of the pure devotee Prahlad Maharaj. So that's the reason here the analogy is given. Gold, impure gold mean it is make very hot and it'll hit and is purify continuously. So by purifying process, a raw gold will become a pure gold. Similarly, yoga practice, which our self-control, purifies the self. And one particular quality is very important here. Prabhupada is telling, yoga, Kashyapa Muni is telling here, yogair hemeva durvarnam. Inferior qualities. By yoga, inferior quality. Bhava Ishyanti will purify sadhavaha, saintly persons. What is the important quality? Nirvaira adhibihi. Nirvaira. And no freedom from animosity. So, enmity degrades a person. If anything is, that's the reason Chaitanya Mahaprabhu instructing us, one should be respectful to everyone. If anything is happened, injustice too, and generally will getting angry and will inimical to that person. The enmity generally there is a because of the jealous. One of the cause, okay, will be enmity happen because of jealous. Also enmity happens because of the injustice happen because of many of the reasons. When he become enmity, then he is always ill feeling of that person. For a sadhu, ill feeling of other person is not at all good. It is degrading. So that is the reason yoga practices, GP self-control is very important. In the self-control is controlling this mind which is freed from animosity. One should not be inimical to the. So otherwise, if someone is inimical, then he is doing a lot of offenses. Good example, when Jadavarata Rahuguna insulted Jadavarata. So, because Rahuguna is not knowing that he is a devotee, he insulted him. But later on, because of the hearing from Rahuguna, Jadabaratha, Rahuguna came to know that, and this is a great devotee. Immediately Rahuguna apologized for his mistake to the Jadabaratha, So by his good quality, he able to save himself. If someone is very pride, and these are the stumble back blocks in the devotion service very particularly. Okay, enmity, pride. That is the reason okay, amanina manadena kirtaniya sudhari. One should be always humble. Give respect to everyone. Trinadapi sunichena tarorapi sayushnana. Always tolerate. And remain very humble. Not be pride. This is the meaning of self-control. Everyone, yoga practice means we are also practicing yoga. Japa, all this is a yoga practice. Bhakti yoga you are practicing. After bhakti yoga practicing, we are not come out of all these inferior qualities. But that means our yoga practices are not very good quality. The good analogy is given. The gold will be purified by a process. Similarly, yoga practices purify the self. And here says the animosity, etc. etc. Many other quality. If anyone practices yoga, all that is yasyasti bhagavati kinchana sarver gunaha samasate suraha. Yasyasti bhagavati. Say one practice bhakti yoga, sarver gunaha samasate suraha. And all the good quality will manifest of his own. So that means we should be look back. What is my character? What is my behavior? How I am dealing with other devotees? I am not only devotee. I am dealing with any person. Is my pride is come in the front and act, standing, or I'll be humble all the time, or I am a harsh speaking to the people. The many of the bad qualities. We should look back us. What is my behavior? Many times happen. Okay, there's sometimes some anxiety, some tension. We lose our temper, and some injustice happen. Then we'll look for an opportunity. Okay, when I'll get the opportunity to give back. And these are all the demonic qualities. Looking for the opportunity again. The quality of a devotee and forgive and forget. You'll forget and forgive. And great management or learning all these things. Okay, any injustice happen, forgetting those things. Good example is Ambarish Maharaj. When Durvasa offended Ambarish Maharaj, he not protected himself also. And when Dhruva says, Ambarish Maharaj humbly accepted, okay, it is my mistake. And knowing that, okay, Paramatma, the Lord is always He, who is the right word. So I am not to judge. Paramatma will judge. Okay, if something injustice is happening, okay, you are not wrong, still happening. But I should know that, okay, Paramatma is watching everything. So let him decide. So he was very clear. Okay, you're not protecting himself or protesting. So when the Lord sent the Sudarshana for helping, okay, Dhruva shall be chased by the Sudarshana. Finally, Lord himself is telling you, go and surrender to the Ambarish Maharaj. If he protect, then only you will be protected. And finally, Durvasa has come to, because he is helpless. It's not that out of his good quality he came, because he is helpless, because ultimately the life is the most dear to everyone. So that's the reason he came to the Ambarish Maharaj. When he come to the Ambarish Maharaj, he has fall on his feet. And Ambarish Maharaj is telling, it is not your mistake, it is my mistake. I offender. You are not an offender at all. You are praying the darshana. You not have any mistakes. You please forgive me. This is the quality of the devotees actually. So these are the great character are the example for us to remember when we are misbehaved. When we misbehave, how the Rahuguna is acted, how the Ambarish Maharaj is acted, what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say about a sadhu should be. So these are the examples you should remember all the time. So here also telling, Prahlad Maharaj is one of the examples that here says, okay, the great devotees perform yoga to attain such great qualities. In spite here is again the example, the Prabhupada is telling, Prahlad Maharaj is tortured by his father, Hiranyakashipu. And Prahlad was not protesting again. And he thinks, okay, the Lord will protect. And when Hiranyakashipu asking Prahlad, how you are fearless? And he is really, yes, it's because I am remembering the Hari all the time. So I will be fearless. So we should also think that, okay, I also want to be free from all this. I remember the Hari all the time. So when you remember the Hari all the time, you are free from all the enemies. Because Lord will destroy all the enemies. So that's the reason you are not fearing. And at the same time, you are not enemies also. So you are torturing, so I will be enemies. No. The end, okay, after the killing of the Hiranyakashipu. And Prahlad was very compassionate, his father. This is a great quality of a devotee actually. So that is the reason Prahlad Maharaj is the Mahajana. When Daksha insulted Lord Shiva, Lord Shiva was very silent. He never disturbed. See, these are the examples to understand how he is very silent. He insulted simply. So, how much self-control one should have with all insult, okay, undisturbed. So, developing all these qualities is actually the ornaments. A devotee's ornaments are the characters. So, the devotee's ornaments are the characters. So, here say Prahlad was tortured by his father so many ways. Yet, after the death of his father, he prayed for his father's liberation by the Supreme Personality of Godhead. He did not ask any benediction that he might have asked, but he prayed that his atheistic father might be liberated. He never cursed any of the persons who engaged in torturing him at the instigation of his father. Even his father is appointed someone to torture him, but even them also he not cursed. So this is a very great qualities. So there is one example in Ramanujasura Sampradaya also. So there was a king. He wanted to establish, because he was the devotee of Lord Shiva. So he wanted some of Ramanujacharya's disciple, not actually the disciple. He has some misunderstanding when he left Ramanuja. And he wanted to do some envious of the Ramanujacharya. So he said to that king, so Ramanujacharya is a great Acharya. So you tell him to establish or approve the Lord Shiva is the supreme. So that king is agreed. So he decided, okay, I'll call Ramanujacharya to in assembly, and Ramanujacharya should declare that this Shiva is the supreme, not Vishnu. So they send an invitation, and if not, because all the devotees, the devotees of Ramanuja know that that king was very cruel. If you don't establish, you send letter, you declare, but Ramanuja says, I don't declare. If you don't declare, you will face the consequence for this. So finally, Kulashekara Alvar, his disciple, he decided, okay, I'll go into to the king, and he told Ramanuja to leave that place and go move to the other places. And this Kulashekara Alvar go. Finally, there is an assembly, and he asked him to declare the Shiva as the supreme. He denied this, because as a Vaishnava, he never do the untruth. But the quality devotee, he never tell the untruth. Because according to Shastras, Lord Vishnu is the supreme. How can they say someone else is the supreme? Finally, he tortured, he is taken out his eyes. He plucked 2 eyes of the Kulashekara Alvar. And later on, he was blind. Then somehow, someone's help, he left that place and came some other temple. And once the Lord came in his dream and asked, you want any benediction? The Ramanujacharya say, though tortured, though plucked my eyes, they committed some offense. You make them free from that offenses. So you're asking the Lord, you leave them the offense what they did for me. This is the quality. In spite of it, they tortured, but he is praying for the Lord. So you not ask for, okay, my eyes will be come back. You not ask even for that. He asked, okay, who are tortured me, so they committed a sin. Let them free from all the sins. This is the quality of a devotee. So this is the same example. Free from animosity, yes, one is controlled, self-controlling, all yoga practices, and it transforms him to the good character. He'll become attain the good qualities. And one of the important, because animosity is to degrade a person repeatedly in the spiritual life. So that the first thing here said, it's free from the animosity. So a devotee should be free from the animosity. Okay. We'll continue next. Okay. I'll stop here. Srimad Bhagavatam, Srilaprabhupada.